Hey everyone, welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 2 Championship Season. Let's play, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I'm about to do race 23 of 36 of the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. I'm going to Michigan National Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan for the running of the Pure Michigan 400. I got some bad news here. Unfortunately, there are a couple issues that happened within this video. One, you guys aren't going to hear any game audio. For what reason, no game audio appeared when I was recording the race, and two, the commentary footage just went missing. I don't know why it never showed up. So I lost game audio for this video and commentary. So this is not live commentary. I recorded this race yesterday, and I was gonna edit it today. And for what reason, basically most of this video got messed up. So basically, I'm going to commentate this Michigan race that I did yesterday. Just the only issue is you're not going to hear any game audio, and it's not live commentary. So it's just me commentating a race I've already done. So let's just get right on into it. 50 laps here at Michigan. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We are underway here at Michigan. By the way, I don't know why I have these headphones on. There's no need for me to have them on. So I qualified 35th. It's not last, but yeah, I qualified 35th. So there's 14 laps in stage number one. I'm getting held up on the bottom lane. Seemed like the bottom lane did not get going all that well. The outside lane got off to a better start. So going down the back straightaway for the first time, and going into turn number 3. And just trying to pass a couple cars on the first lap, as you see, and the field just stacked up again right there. And so I picked up a couple spots on the first lap. I might add some background music into this video, so it's just not all commentary you're hearing. I got on the side of Landon Castle there, and I kind of messed up the corner, which forced a cold wind underneath me. And look at this, I was just getting stacked up. There's nowhere for me to go. I made some contact with Landon Castle, and I decided to get out of the gas right there because I'm like, no way. There's no way I'm going to survive if I don't get out of the gas. So I got out of the gas. No big deal. Coming off turn number 4, still behind a 3 wide pack. Behind Danica, Ricky Stenhouse, and Landon Castle. I just made a move to the bottom lane there to try to go into turn number 1. Now, what you guys are going to see in this race, and Kurt Busch got sideways right there, and he dropped back a lot. Something that you're going to see in this race is that I was racing kind of a little too aggressive, and I caused a couple issues in this race. So, yeah, especially me trying to dive bomb the corners just to try to get underneath people is where I was aggressive on as well. But you see, I cracked the top 25. And look at this move I'm trying to make. Oh my gosh, there's just no room for me to get back up. I mean, Allmendinger was there, but it worked. And then you see Jay McMurray just losing a few spots because I guess something happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. So down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3. If I cracked it, I got to get by Daniel Suarez or Matt Benedetto to get in the top 20. It looks like most likely I'm going to get around Daniel Suarez. And looks like I'm making a 3 wide move underneath Matt Benedetto and Daniel Suarez. Now, I did record this video yesterday, but there are a few parts where I don't remember what happened in this race. So, yeah. And something happened to David Reagan right there. I don't know what. But few laps into the race, I've moved up 18 spots since the drop of the green flag. The car was all right. It had some good speed. I think the only complaint I had about this car in this race, it was just a little bit tight. Like, I couldn't keep it up to the bottom lane as well. Like you saw there, like I kind of drifted up the track just a little bit. Not enough to where Clint Boyer had a nose underneath me. But, yeah, the car was just a little bit tight in the early going, but I felt like it had good speed. So I just passed Eric Almirola for top 15. By the way, I'm really sorry if this is boring for you guys. I know you guys rather see live commentary and live gameplay footage and rather hear game footage as well. But I don't know why my gameplay footage and my commentary audio just shit the bed. I don't know what happened to it. As you see, I tried to make an aggressive move on Casey Kane, and it did not work out, and there I go. I caused a wreck. I was just talking to you about a few minutes ago about me being aggressive. That's one example right there. Just got too aggressive right there trying to get underneath Casey Kane, and I hit the apron and wrecked myself and wrecked a few drivers. So I pitted to fix the damage. I don't remember how many more laps to go there was in the stage. Let me see. Okay, 5 laps to go in stage number 1. I restarted 40th because of my stupidity, trying to be aggressive, trying to make a move on Casey Kane, and of course at the time I hit the apron. So that kind of sucked. So restart here with a few laps to go in stage number 1. And I decided to try to use the outside lane in the final few laps of this stage just to try to get some runs up there. Because I know the bottom lane was stacked up at the initial drop of the green flag. So I thought, let me get the outside lane to try because you know they're going to stack up on the bottom lane. Look at this. We're 4 wide basically right here, but just went back 3 wide. But yeah, I just thought I'd stay to the outside lane, see where I can go, see if I can make some moves up there. And so far, as you see after a lap, it's going decently. And then I remember this. Look, I mean, I literally had no room between me and Landon Castle. And then, for what reason, Ty Dillon was kind of coming up the racetrack down the back straightaway. He didn't make any contact with Paul Menard, but he was forcing Menard into me. And I hit the outside wall because I literally had no room between Menard and the wall. So 3 laps to go in stage number 1. I'm only in 34. Didn't move up a lot of positions since the restart a couple of laps ago. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. God, this is boring for me just commentating this race. I'd rather already have the actual gameplay and commentary footage for this. But I gave I was being dumb, just hit the wall down the back straightaway. Just pushed Matt Benedetto by a couple of cars, which helped me get by a couple of cars. So I cracked the top 30 here. Gonna have 2 laps to go in stage number 1. As you see, by the way, I didn't mention about the paint scheme. It's actually a dark blue. I know it looks black to you, but it's dark blue. It's Aspen Dental. So I thought I'd let you know about that. By the way, I did record the Bristol race earlier today, and I did check the gameplay footage and audio commentary footage. All of that was perfectly well. So no issues for the Bristol race after this Michigan race. So I thought I'd let you know in advance before you see the Bristol race tomorrow. But yeah, the Michigan race just shit the bed with issues recording this video. So final lap in stage number 1. I am in 24th. Just got by Ricky Stenhouse now in the outside lane of Chris Buescher. I almost said Christopher Bell for whatever reason. We're down the back straightaway for the final time in stage number 1. And for whatever reason, I didn't move to the bottom lane right there. I should have. But I'm still going to get a run off turn number 4 on Austin Dillon. And at the end of stage number 1, going to come across the line in 22nd. So it wasn't all too bad. Not bad recovery after a restart with a few laps to go from 40th to 22nd. But that first stage could have been better. Now, I decide to stay out under this caution because I pitted under that first caution. So everyone else is pitting. However, I decided to stay out. And as you see, I come out of there for the restart in second place with Trevor Bayne leading the race. So green flag is back in the air right now. There we go. I restart second. 12 laps in stage number 2. As you see, I kind of got a good restart on Trevor Bayne up on the outside lane to try to take the lead away. However, when we get down through turns 1 and 2, there goes Trevor Bayne taking off. There you see Martin Truex Jr. passing me now. Chase Elliott. I'm holding up Kyle Busch behind me. Then you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. come into the picture. So I lost a couple spots on the restart here. But it's no big deal. It's all right. Still only the second stage. Trying to get on the outside lane of Chase Elliott, try to get a run up there, but just got beside him. And as you see, Martin Truex Jr. trying to take the race lead away, but Trevor Bayne kind of slammed the door on him and put the block on him just a little bit. But I got a good run on the outside lane to try to get by Chase Elliott for the third spot. And then on the outside lane, Martin Truex Jr. for the second spot. As we're down the back straightaway once again. Now, I would have made a move to the bottom lane right there, but I had to get out of the gas behind Trevor Bayne, or else, because I wanted to get underneath Trevor Bayne, but Martin Truex Jr. was there, and as you see, Truex going for the race lead right now. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. making it 3 wide for the second spot. And then Chase Elliott as well. Almost made some contact with Chase Elliott there. And I didn't even know Ryan Newman was making a move on me and Chase Elliott. Then you see Kevin Harvick coming into the picture behind me. So Martin Truex Jr. did take the lead with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in second. Ryan Newman goes to third. And now no, Harvick cleared me for the fourth spot. But going down the back straightaway, getting into Ryan Newman's draft, I try to get by Harvick there on the outside lane. Oh my god. Alright, off turn number 4. Oh, and made some contact there with Kevin Harvick. Just to try to get some side draft off him. It did not work. He clears me for the 4th spot. But look at that. About to make a crossover move on him for the 4th spot. But see, I drift up the track again. Like I said, my problem, I had good speed with this car, but my problem is in this race is just that I just couldn't hold the bottom lane all that good. And you saw Kevin Harvick get back by me. I'm going to get a drink. I'm thirsty right now. See, look. I'm not racing at all. Oh, yeah. Guys, white girl is about to be activated. Got Starbucks Frappuccino. Wow, look at the run I got on here. And look at that. I tried to squeeze underneath Ryan Newman right there. And like I said, I just couldn't hold the bottom lane. It was an aggressive move. Harvick gets by both me and Ryan Newman because I fucked up the corner. As you see, Truex and Dale Earnhardt Jr. has pulled away because me, Harvick, and Newman been battling hard. Just trying to get this Frappuccino open. There we go. All right. And then, there we go. Heard the pop. Now, watch this aggressive move I try and make on Harvick right here. Yep, I remember that. I got a big run on Kevin Harvick, and then Ryan Newman just nails the back of Kevin Harvick. But you see how many spots I'm about to lose. I lost several spots because of this little incident. I tried to make an aggressive move of going into turn number 1 on Kevin Harvick because I had such a run on him because of his draft down the straightaway. And then Newman just like lost control a little bit there and almost got in the back of Newman, but we survived. But I lost several spots because of that, and all of a sudden I'm outside the top 10. I mean, going down the straightaway, you get behind someone down the straightaway here in Michigan, you're going to get a big run. I mean, look at these aggressive moves I'm making down in the turn number 1, just try to get underneath people. I did tell you earlier in this video that I made some aggressive moves. But as you see, I got back in the top 10 now, trying to get by Eric Jones with a nice spot. I don't know what the hell I did right there, but this is going to create a caution. I don't know why I turned so late. I was kind of being a jerk and a moron in this race. Like, I was driving kind of stupidly in this race. I don't know what was up with me because I just turned late, and Eric Jones just figured I was going to make a turn right there, but I did not. So going to the restart here. I restart 11th, and it's going to be 2 laps to go in stage number 2. So I kind of got a decent restart. Getting underneath Matt Kenseth right now to try to get back into the top 10, but Jay McMurray got shuffled up to the outside lane. So trying to get a top 10 finish in stage number 2 to try to get some stage points. As you see, Martin Truex Jr. is still leading the race. And then Harvick just slowed down there for whatever reason on the outside lane. All of a sudden, I'm in the 8th spot. Now coming to the final lap of stage number 2, Truex is your leader. Joey Logano trying to put up a fight with him. But look at this move I try and make on the outside lane. But the problem is that I'm not going to be able to hold this corner well whatsoever. I'm going to slide up the racetrack just a little bit, so I don't really get a spectacular run. However, I still was able to get on the outside of Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch. But look at this. No room between me and Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson kind of puts me in the wall. Just, yeah, that's the second time that's happened to me in this race. And then, look at this. I'm drifting up the track just because I couldn't hold the car. And unfortunately, I lost a spot to Kurt Busch. And I'm going to end up finishing 8th in stage number 2. And Martin Truex Jr. won stage number 2. So, at least I got 3 stage points in stage number 2. Now, here I decided to stay out. Everyone else stayed out because everyone else has pitted already. So, we're going back to the restart to finish up the race. This is the final stage. I restart 8th. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. We got 18 laps to go. And I'm on the outside of Kurt Busch. Look at this aggressive move I try to make on Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson. Just making it 3 wide on the restart in the middle. Kyle Larson getting shuffled up to the outside lane. Kurt Busch gets by me. McMurray all of a sudden is underneath me. So I really gained nothing out of that move. And at this point, I really wanted to get to the bottom lane so bad, but I just couldn't find a way to get down there right now. Joey Logano is going to stack up the outside lane just a little bit. Casey Kane gets out of the gas right there. Martin Truex Jr. is all of a sudden pulling away from the field. I've only moved up 1 spot since the restart a lap ago, so I'm up to the 7th spot. Newman tries to get a run underneath me. And look at that. I got a battle for the race lead. Dale Earnhardt Jr. going for the race lead, but he's going to slide up the track right in front of Martin Truex Jr. And all of a sudden, there you see Kyle Busch going for the race lead. And Kyle Busch did take the race lead. And Harvick is up there as well battling. They're 3 wide for the 6th spot. Meanwhile, I'm trying to battle with Ryan Newman for the 7th spot. And watch Martin Truex Jr. right here. I don't know what happened to him right there. He just got really sideways, sacked up the field, and then all of a sudden, I see a wreck happening behind me in the mirror. And then the caution comes out because Truex kind of caused that caution to come out. Truex caused that wreck. He got so sideways it came down in front of traffic. It stacked up the field, and then all of a sudden it was just a chain reaction wreck. It was a big one. So going back to the restart, Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch both on the front row for the restart here. And by the way, it was Kurt Busch. It was not Kevin Harvick. My bad. I restart 6th, so green flag back in the air. 13 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. And Kurt Busch goes up high, and all of a sudden you see Joey Logano trying to make it 3 wide in the middle because I kind of pushed Joey Logano in there. I made slight contact with Martin Truex Jr. and Jay McMurray there. And then all of a sudden, Kurt Busch is falling back. Ryan Blaney all of a sudden in the picture. There you see Jimmy Johnson. But down the back straightaway, I really wanted to get to the bottom lane so bad. But I just couldn't get down there sooner. Because I don't know, I just didn't like being on the outside lane. I was not good up there. I mean, I was good on the straightaways on the outside lane, but in the corners wise, I wasn't really all that spectacular on. You see, I'm making it 3 wide on Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney, but look at the contact I made on Joey Logano, and guess what? That's going to cost me a few more spots just because of that little contact. But we're going to go down the back straightaway, and you're going to see something happening in turn number 3 and 4. Watch Joey Logano coming down turns 3 and 4. He's going to really get sideways right there. He's going to go up the track, then going to come back down right in front of me. He gets into Eric Jones, and then watch Kyle Larson trying to avoid the wreck, and then the one person Kyle Larson comes up into and puts him in the wall was me. And then all of a sudden, this big wreck just happens on this front straightaway. Now, as you see, estimated repairs, I have 5 seconds repairs. I was contemplating on either pitting or staying out. Well, what did I decide to do? I decided to stay out. So I clicked B to do not pit. And in this final laps of this race, you're going to kind of see me regretting not pitting and fixing the damage. But as you see, all of a sudden, I restart back in 24th because of that wreck. Like I said, Joey Logano just went up the racetrack. By the way, green flag back in the air, 8 laps to go. But Joey Logano just went way up the racetrack. All of a sudden, just slid down the racetrack right in front of traffic. He got into Eric Jones. And then when Kyle Larson tried to avoid. I don't know what was going on with this restart right here. I was just driving stupidly on this restart, but when Kyle Larson tried to avoid Joey Logano. When Larson tried to avoid Joey Logano, Larson, the one driver he came up into was me. Larson put me in the outside wall, and all of a sudden he wrecks, and then Landon Castle wrecked, and then a few others got involved. So I basically kind of got the worst end of it as well. But anyways, a lap after the restart. By the way, my apologies for explaining that wreck poorly. I don't know. I was fumbling on my words. But anyways, kind of sucks. So I did drop a couple of spots since the restart. So you guys saw when that caution came out that it said I had 5 seconds of estimated repairs. I should have pitted, because what you can see in this final few laps of this race, I still kind of had okay speed as long as I stayed in the draft, but the car wasn't handling as good. The speed wasn't all that good like it was in the first 40 laps of this race. That big wreck kind of screwed up my race car. It just didn't have the best power like it did early on, and then the best handling kind of fell apart. The car in the final few laps wasn't all that good. So at this point, I'm just trying to finish up the race because it's already a terrible race. And I don't know if you guys noticed this in this championship season Let's Play, but it seems like every time I come back to a racetrack for the second time, which, by the way, here we go, 5 laps to go here at Michigan National Speedway. I'm in 24th right now. But anyways, every time I come back to a racetrack for the second time, I always seem to do worse than what I did at the first time around. Like in the Daytona 500, I finished second, and then the night race at Daytona, I finished 29th. And then the second time I went to Pocono, or the first time I went to Pocono, I finished second. And then the first time I went to Pocono, I finished second, and then the second time I went to Pocono, I finished 25th or something like that. And then Watkins Glen, the first road course race, I won the race. I dominated the field, but I still won at Watkins Glen. So, yeah. But you see here that I'm doing terrible here in this race. I'm in 23rd right now. The first Michigan race, I finished second. And then the second Michigan race, I do awful. So you guys will see. I already told you earlier that I did record the Bristol race already. No issues happened with that video. The commentary, the webcam, the face cam, the game audio, everything was perfect. So no worries about that. But I ain't going to tell you where I finished at Bristol. You're going to have to watch for yourself and see what happens in that race. But anyways, 3 laps to go here in Michigan. I'm in 22nd. Still not all that great. Just terrible. I just ran a terrible race all race long. I mean, I got as high up to second at one point, but that's because I stayed out under caution when everybody else pitted, and I didn't. So 2 laps to go right here at Michigan. As you see, I got to run on Landon Castle to get by him. And as you can see, I'm trying to get by Eric Jones to get into the top 20. At this point, I was trying to see if I can at least get a top 20 finish. But you see, I slide up the racetrack, almost got in the back of Denny Hamlin. And that's going to cost me top 20 finish. Or not yet, because Landon Castle did get by me there. Paul Menard does get by me. I tried to get back to the bottom lane to see if I could get underneath Paul Menard, but I do not do so there. So I'm back to 22nd, and here we go. We're going to come off turn number 4, and we're going to take the white flag here at Michigan International Speedway. So one more lap here at Michigan. I'm running 22nd. Here I go with a run on Paul Menard, trying to go into turn number 1, get underneath him, get by him for the 21st spot. But see, the car just goes up the racetrack. It just was not, the car was not spectacular anymore because of the damage I had. So down the back straightaway for the final time. Still trying to get around Paul Menard. I want to see if I could get a top 20 finish. So I'm just going to drive it down into turn number 3. Get right underneath Landon Castle. Get by Denny Hamlin. And here we go, coming off turn number 4. Me and Landon Castle battling for 19th. And coming across the line, I'm going to end up 19th here at Michigan International Speedway. So there you go. So that race was awful. So I was kind of glad that race was over. So now it's on to Bristol. So as you see the race results here in Michigan International Speedway, I finished 19th in this race. Could have been way better, of course. And Martin Truex Jr., who won stage number 2, he also wins the race. And Martin Truex Jr. picks up his 3rd win of the season. And that's the regular season standings, guys. Martin Truex Jr. all of a sudden 35 points behind me. I have a 35-point lead over Martin Truex Jr. in the regular season standings. Kyle Busch set the fast lap of the race, and then I was just kind of upset about how this race played out. I just decided to just get back to the main menu, just get out of Michigan International Speedway. And there you see I end up finishing 19th, which means the next race is going to be at Bristol Speedway for the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night